And we shouldn't have anything to worry about tomorrow except for fog, right?
Just fog. Fog will be the real issue for the next few mornings. Again, we're looking ahead of the Arctic chill, but at least want to get you up to date with what is in the near future. Fog tomorrow, Friday, Saturday morning, turning more humid and kind of a muggier feel. It was definitely damper outside during the evening hours and still about the same humidity-wise tomorrow. Friday, Saturday will have kind of a muggy feel before that Arctic air moves in for a few days. Not going to last for very long. Really, the main issue going forward will be our morning fog. Already some spotty areas at the moment with the higher humidity, dew points 50s and lower 60s. And so some spots, Macomb out toward Gonzales. Actually, Gonzales had been at about a half mile. They're now back up to 10. So it fluctuated a little bit. Weren't expecting much fog at the moment through the evening, quarter of a mile at Bogalusa. It's mainly going to be after midnight, and our model is going a little bit lower with our visibilities for the morning drive. So again, something to pay attention to early tomorrow. Moisture is surging in from the Gulf. There is a front up to our northwest. That's not going to do anything for us in terms of cooler air. With that approaching front, might help to do, along with a drawing out of some moisture from the Gulf, is allow for a few showers and isolated thunderstorms to fire up. That chance will be on Friday. Don't expect much rainfall. At least the trend of the models has been fairly dry, but that approaching frontal system will actually help to trigger some severe weather up to our north, at least a lower end threat. It does include way down to the Gulf Coast, the Florida parishes, Washington, parts of St. Tammany, much of Tangi, as well as Pearl River County for Friday. But that threat right now fairly low, something we'll be watching for. And then after that, once we get into Sunday, that's when the surge of colder air moves out of Canada. And this is a cold air mass for much of the central and eastern half of the nation. But as I said, it'll be brief as we head toward Tuesday night, Wednesday. That colder air is already starting to retreat back up to the north. Now, when we could see the freeze, that's not going to be until Tuesday. Notice Monday morning, a little bit of frost is possible, but the winds are going to be too strong, I think, for much frost to settle. Different story Tuesday morning, widespread. The purple is a freeze. That would be on the North Shore and in Mississippi, a light freeze. We're not talking pipes or even really protecting many of our sensitive plants just yet. Might not be a bad idea on the North Shore for that one morning, but otherwise not a widespread issue. Then a frost potential from the bayou parishes and the river parishes. That will be Tuesday morning. Monday morning, more than anything, it'll be the winds, and it is going to stay windy all day long. We'll wake up Monday feeling like the 30s and some spots still feeling like the 20s. And notice, even as we head into the afternoon hours, still feeling like the 40s and low 50s. Tuesday morning is the morning where we have the potential for frost and a light freeze North Shore, Mississippi, and the river, maybe even the bayou parishes. During the afternoon on Tuesday, however, we'll back up to about 60, maybe 59, 60 degrees and plenty of sunshine. But it will be a cold start to our Tuesday morning. By Wednesday morning, no more freezes and high temperatures are back up to about 71 degrees. So after we get through the morning fog, the warm, more humid air, temperatures dropping throughout the day Sunday, very chilly, or I'll say cold on Monday, a cold start Tuesday, pretty chilly in the afternoon, back into the low 70s as soon as Wednesday.